Madam Speaker, on the 9th of August, we all seated in this house went to elections. Life moved on. We had competitors. Some of us several, others few. Others, we defeated them with big margins, others with smaller margin. Madam Speaker, we do know in the true spirit of democracy, there must be a winner and a loser in election. Madam Speaker, it is very unfortunate that indeed, after every cycle of election, that we have to go around these circles. Madam Speaker, we have a nation to take care of. We have the responsibility as leaders to ensure that the generations to come will look upon us and say, yes, there were people we elected and people who are responsible and who could take care of democracy. Madam Speaker, that calls us to be able to lose and go on, Madam Speaker, because every 5 years we have re-elections again. Madam Speaker, it is very unfortunate and indeed very deceptive and mockery of democracy that we can stand and tell Kenyans that we are standing and calling demonstrations because we want to bring the cost of living down. Madam Speaker, the cost of living can only be brought down through hard work, people planting and harvesting. Madam Speaker, because there is a God who lives, we are going to have a bumper harvest. We are going to have enough food, Madam Speaker. But there are those who are convinced, Madam Speaker, that unless they are in power, this country can never be in peace. It is so unfortunate, Madam Speaker, that we as a house can stand here and debate how we will actually destroy Kenyan property in the name of bringing the cost of food down. Madam Speaker, it does not take a genius to know that you cannot bring the cost of living down by destroying property. You cannot bring the cost of living down by maiming people. As has been said before, Madam Speaker, we've seen teachers demonstrate. We've seen doctors go on strike. We've never seen a life being lost. But we are asking, Madam Speaker, how many people must die for Kenyans to know that this country is bigger than them, Madam Speaker? How many of them? How many, Madam Speaker, that one person has every 5 years successfully fought his same into the government? Madam Speaker, it is very unfortunate that we are standing here losing precious time when we could be discussing bills about lowering cost of living, about lowering cost of power. Madam Speaker, Senator, I want to say this, Madam Speaker. The bills we have before this house. Senator, yes, Madam Speaker.
You wish to be informed by
I do not
Senator
want to be informed.
Eddie.
I want to finish, Madam Speaker. I do not want to be informed.
Proceed.
Madam Speaker, we have several bills here in Agricultural Committee that are geared towards bringing cost of living down. Madam Speaker, some of the members sitting on that side, Madam Speaker, who are members in my committee, we started a good journey of bringing down the cost of energy. But Madam Speaker, when I need them, they desert me because they have to go and fight. Madam Speaker, I want to appeal to this house. Let's stand up and talk with a voice of reason and bring the cost of living down by having a candid discussion about the things that we have to do as legislators. Madam Speaker, it is through registration, it is through candid discussions when cabinet secretaries come in this house, Madam Speaker, we see the minority side walk out. An opportunity that they have, Madam Speaker, to ask questions that really they feel that are important. Madam Speaker, let's not lie no more to Kenyans. Let's say it's all about ourselves. Let's say it's all about power. And if you have to have negotiations, any discussions, Madam Speaker, it must be from everybody, from the MCA who lost all the way to the president who lost. Because it cannot be. In an election where we have 6 candidates, the only problem we have is one single candidate, Madam Speaker. It is so unfortunate that this country has been held hostage by one single person who believes it's either his way or the highway, and he does not care how many Kenyans are going to die for him to get to power. Madam Speaker, we must stand to be counted. That is time that we stood for Kenyans and say this country is bigger than ours. It is bigger than one person. Madam Speaker, as I sit down, I want to urge the minority side, let's close ranks and say what it is that disturbs you. We see it as leaders. We do not have to go kill Kenyans. I see a senator, young man here, who has a potential, but he's painting his heart with blood. Madam Speaker, it is so unfortunate that 30 years down the line, when we are long gone, people will remember this is the person who used to lead the death of young people. Madam Speaker, I support.
Senator Mwinyi Haji Mohamed Faki. Asiken up yourself.
Asante Bi Spika kwa kunipa fursa hii kuchangia hoja